Hi, this is Outdoor Gear Guy. Today I'm going to show you what gear I've methodically put together for my through hike of West Virginia to Maryland. That spans from Harper's Ferry National Park to Penn State Park at the Pennsylvania-Maryland state border. To start off, I have my Oakley Sutro titanium sunglasses, and these are my daily drivers here in Florida. For my pack, I have the ASUS ROG Ranger. This is 35 liters without the roll top, and with the roll top this expands to 42 liters. This does weigh 3.6 pounds, and I am open to getting a lighter pack in the future. However, for the present time, this meets my needs quite well. It fits all of my equipment for the trip, and I love that the ruggedized nylon hide denier is unlikely to rip from branches and other abrasion from the trail. I'm bringing two classic Mammoth HMS Screwgate carabiners. This is anywhere from 9 to 26 kilonewtons, although I will not be doing any climbing. I'm also bringing this Black Diamond carabiner that is anywhere from 7 to 22 kilonewtons, and again, I'm not climbing. For my sleeping bag, I'm bringing the Nemo Disco 15 degree. This is the long version. It is 2 pounds and 15 ounces, or 1.33 kilograms. I'm going to be putting this into a Sea to Summit compression silo sack. However, that hasn't arrived yet. If I have space in my pack, I'd also like to bring along the Thermarest Corus 20 degree down quilt in a 10-liter compression sack from REI. This is what the Corus looks like in the 10-liter REI pack bag. I appreciate that the Corus comes with cord to automatically attach it to the bottom of your sleeping pad. I also like that it has this bottom part is a warm place to put your feet on cold nights. This Thermarest Corus 20 degree quilt, it weighs 1 pound 13 ounces, and the compression sack from REI weighs 3 ounces. I may have to leave this at home if I run out of space, but I'm hoping I can bring the Nemo 15 and the Corus. Other backpackers have said having the top quilt really improves their comfort out on the trail. For my pillow, I'm bringing the Sea to Summit Eros Down Deluxe. This is the large version. It runs 3.5 ounces or 95 grams. For my sleeping pad, I'm bringing the Big Agnes Boundary Deluxe long wide version. This is 25 inches by 78 inches. It weighs 35 ounces or 992 grams. For my shelter, I'm bringing the Kamak Glider Tarp without the metal stakes because I'm not allowed to bring them on an airplane and I have to fly to Maryland to do this trip. So I'll be bringing generic plastic stakes instead. The Kamak Glider, this runs 1 pound, 7 ounces. Because I'm going to be sleeping in a hammock, I'm bringing Grand Trunk straps. These weigh 12.7 ounces. And I'm bringing my Eno Double Nest hammock. This is the Grateful Dead collaboration with the Dancing Bears. This weighs 1 pound and 3.7 ounces. For my cook system, I have my FireMaple G3 pot. This is what the FireMaple G3 pot looks like when it's folded up. I'm gonna have to press these to release the handle. This is what the FireMaple pot looks like when it's unfolded. Inside of here, I have my MSR Pocket Rocket stove. The FireMaple pot is 161.6 grams or 5.7 ounces. The MSR Pocket Rocket 2, this is 2.6 ounces. Let me unfold this for you and you can see what it looks like. So that's the stove completely unfolded. Now the reason I fell in love with the FireMaple is that this pot has slits that the stove fits into. This reduces the wind exposure of your pot. It saves the efficiency of your fuel, and your cooking will go a lot faster, more efficient. You're going to waste less fuel, and wind is going to be less of an issue for you. Let me show you how to put away the stove. So I have to fold these up, like said. Okay, and this will fit back into this cute little case. You can see. And then this will clip shut. I'm bringing multiple headlamps on this trip. In the past, I've noticed that my headlamps will occasionally turn on. Well, in my pack, on my last trip in Raccoon State Park outside of Pittsburgh, having that second headlamp really saved my bacon. Notice the ASUS ROG Ranger has this really nice organization system. Inside of the pack, you can see there's 2 clips. I love that some of the items that I'm using less often are put away in neatly organized zipper pouches. This is my Eddie Bauer 500 lumen 3-ounce rechargeable USB-C headlamp. I forgot to mention that the MSR Pocket Rocket 2, this needs to be used with an isobutane container. That is going to be the IsoPro fuel canister. That's 3.9 ounces if you go with the small one. Now I had to use ChatGPT to remember what this was. This is the Black Diamond. This is from 2016. It's known as the Spot. It has 200 lumens and runs off of 3 AAA batteries. I'd encourage you to go with the Amazon Basics rechargeable batteries. You can get a pack of 12 batteries, and you can bring an additional 3 batteries in your pack as a backup. Another oldie, but a goodie. This is the Petzl Tika Plus 2. And the Tika Plus 2 it only gives a 70 lumen beam, which is much softer than a lot of the modern lights, but I still like to keep it because it's been so reliable for me. I've never had a time where the Petzl has failed me, so it continues. And again, ultralighters may say that I'm foolhardy, that I'm bringing 3 headlamps, but I love that if the battery dies on any of them, if I misplace any of them, or if any of them fail, I know that I have redundancies built in. You can see as part of my packing cube that's included with the ASUS ROG Ranger, I have my Garmin InReach Messenger, and this is in a zipper pocket here. This was expensive, but it's not the most expensive version. Again, the most expensive version is the newest InReach Messenger that's photo compatible. That's $500. This InReach Messenger is only text messaging compatible. This is $300. This InReach Messenger is 4 ounces or 113.9 grams. The watch that I'll be using on this trip, this is the Garmin Fenix 7X Pro Sapphire. I got the Sapphire version because it's less likely to be scratched or nicked. This is a GPS watch. It's 51 millimeters. I got it on sale from Best Buy for around $650, although to get the $650 price, you need to get the Best Buy membership. That costs $50 a year, although without the membership, I would have paid $750. So by paying $50 for the yearly membership, I saved $100. I'm also eligible for a $25 gift certificate. So it's well on its way to paying for itself, the Best Buy membership. I also am bringing my Samsung S22 Ultra. This phone is 8.08 ounces or 229 grams. I have the Far Out app with the Maryland section of the Appalachian Trail downloaded. And that app from Far Out, because it's only a section of the hike, was only $10, and I was able to apply additional discounts. You should be able to apply a 10% discount for Far Out when you provide your email to them. Although I was able to get a $2 off discount from the Google Play Store, which ended up being more like a 20% discount. For footwear, I'm bringing the Adidas Terex Pro Free Hiker This is not a pro. The Adidas Terex Free Hiker Gore-Tex GTX. This they weigh 1 pound, 15.4 ounces for 2 shoes. The ankle support in this really saved me in Raccoon State Park recently outside of Pittsburgh when I was winter camping. There were multiple times where I could have twisted my ankle, but because the support is so good in these higher landing shoes, I did not twist my ankle and it saved my bacon. But that experience is part of why I decided to get the Garmin InReach Messenger, because if I do hurt myself out on the trail, I'll be able to give emergency responders my latitude and my longitude so they can find me. Although with a combination of the Garmin GPS watch, far out on the Samsung phone, and my InReach Messenger, and my paper maps, I'm building in redundancies so that if I get into a crisis situation, I have different ways to mitigate those problems. For socks, I have standard wool socks from Eddie Bauer, and I also have thinner merino wool socks from Smartwool. For Under Armour, I have the Heat Gear compression shorts. These are 84% polyester and 16% elastane, so they stretch really well. For pants, I have the Under Armour Heat Gear leggings, and I may wear them alone by themselves if nobody's around. If people are around, I'm going to wear the Nike ACG shorts over the leggings. While I acknowledge that merino wool is superior to polyester, I'm going to be wearing my Burden Roadie tee. Again, this is polyester. It is 92% polyester and 8% spandex. But I love that it hugs close to my chest. It's a very soft fabric, and it'll keep me dry. I do own a Smartwool hoodie that I've used for many a trip, and I may feature that in future videos, but at this point, I'm not sure where that item currently resides. For outerwear, I have the REI 650 fill down vest, and I have a pair of Outdoor Research down mittens in the pockets, one on each side. This vest weighs 8.1 ounces. I'm also bringing my DC Shuko USA Haven jacket. I do believe it's discontinued, but if you go on Mercari or on eBay, you can probably pick one up. So here's the exterior of the Haven jacket. I love this gray camo pattern on the buttons, on the pockets, on the hood. The inside here, of course, I have terrapin stations sewed into the neck. This here is a snow skirt if you want to take this skiing. And what I love so much about this jacket is that it's got 15,000 of waterproofing throughout the jacket, 60,000 of insulation in the chest, and 40 grams of Thinsulate insulation in the arms. Now on the Appalachian Trail, if you're hiking there in the winter, you need to wear orange. I'm not going to bother with an orange hat, but I do have this Redhead Blaze vest. I'll wear this over the Haven jacket, and this is 4 ounces. And you can get this at Bass Pro. I think it was very inexpensive, like $6. Some newly opened Christmas presents. I have the Smartwool merino wool cuffed beanie. This weighs 2.1 ounces, and it should have some stink resistance with the merino wool. I also have the Buff neck gaiter. This is also merino wool. Should provide some anti-stink properties. And again, you can see I did pick different shades of green, but it's close enough for the backcountry. For gloves, I have the Outdoor Research down mittens. These are a 20 denier ripstop nylon with 650 fill down. And between the two gloves, they come out to 4.2 ounces or 119 grams. I'm also bringing my Under Armour Storm Liner gloves. These are 87% polyester and 13% elastane. And I swear by these if I don't need the additional warmth of the down. On a lot of those 40 and 50 degree days, I noticed that I overheat in the down, and just wearing some nylon gloves will get the job done without overheating. An accessory that I'm bringing is the Yeti bottle opener. This is 1.9 ounces, and I'm praying that TSA will not confiscate this. But because it doesn't have serrated edges here in the opener, I think I'll be okay. I just hope that they're nice. I'm also bringing my 2-liter reservoir from my Camelback 22-liter backpack. Again, the 22-liter Camelback backpack will stay home, but the 2-liter reservoir will come with. I do have a few items that are not going to be coming on this expedition. I'm very disappointed to announce that the Nike All Conditions Gear ACG Mountain Fly 2 Low Gore-Tex. These are an anthracite black. They look really sick. I'm going to be returning them to Nike. They're extraordinarily uncomfortable. They fit my feet poorly. The ergonomics are not there. The cushioning is inadequate. And they're a step back from my Adidas Terex Hiker 2s that have served me so well and continue to serve me well. I'm not going to be bringing my Grand Trunk Skeeter Beater Pro Hammock. This weighs 2 pounds. It's just too bulky. Remember, the Grand Trunk hammock straps alone are 12.7 ounces. Additionally, the Kamek Glider tarp is 1 pound and 7 ounces. And the Eno Double Nest hammock is 1 pound, 3.7 ounces. But if you think about it, this for 1 pound, 3.7 ounces makes a hell of a lot more sense than the Skeeter Beater for 2 pounds. Some odds and ends that I forgot. I have a titanium spoon. I have this battery pack from iWalk. This is a USB-C battery pack. I have the gold standard battery pack that I prefer to use. This is a USB-C Anchor Nano. This is a bottle opener flashlight that I have from Eddie Bauer to light the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. I like to bring along 2 Bic lighters. I have a redundancy built in case one fails. And again, being able to store the InReach Messenger and the battery packs inside of this unit as part of the ASUS ROG Ranger storage system that has 2 clips. I really prefer this. Obviously, I'll be carrying some food. If you do winter camping, one real benefit to winter camping is that you don't have to worry about refrigeration. And so you can bring things like meat and salads, knowing that you're not going to get food poisoning if you're sleeping in temperatures that are below 32 degrees. Now, there are some items here that I'm not going to count against my weight. So my buff neck gaiter, that's not going to be in my bag. My Smartwool hat is not going to be in my bag. My Adidas pants are not going to be in my bag. My DC Shoot Co. USA jacket is not going to be in my bag. My REI down vest is not going to be in my bag. So now I'm going to do a weigh-in. Here's my bag loaded up. Remember, the Nemo 15 degree disco bag is going to be in a compression sack, so it's going to compact even further. So the weight of my pack ended up coming to 24 pounds. And again, figure you want 2 pounds a day worth of food in the winter. It's a 4-day trip. So I'm going to be carrying another 8 pounds. So I'll be at a pack weight of 32 pounds before I add water.